Good morning, guys. How's it going? Steven here. Happy to be here with you guys. Today I'm drinking Earl Grey tea, and man, is it good. What a great way to start my day. It's my birthday and I'm turning 31, and as you guys may or may not know, we've been going through the book of Proverbs. So I decided, since I'm turning 31 and there's 31 chapters in the book of Proverbs, maybe I should write my own proverb. So anyways, I went and did that. So I'm going to be reading that for you guys today. Then I'll give you a little bit of my spin, and then I'll send you guys out with something to think about and journal about. By the way, disclaimer, none of this is inspired. None of this is the word of God. All of this is completely for fun and a great time for me to be creative, which is very important. All right, so let's get to it. The milk of a good wife is sweet to the baby, but cube steak from a picky roommate is bland to the tongue. Prayers from a picky roommate are a blessing and tradition, but the dad does the dishes when everyone else leaves the kitchen. Alrighty, so that's the reading for today. There's only really 2 verses here today, so I'm just gonna pick them all apart and go through them with you guys. So first thing right out the gate, the milk of a good wife is sweet to the baby. I really just want to give a shout out and a special thanks. My wife has the ability to feed my baby on demand, and I can't do that. And it's kind of hard sometimes because I wish I could do that, or maybe she wishes we both could share that responsibility. But the reality is she is the one who can do it. And I guess what I'm trying to say is I'm really thankful for her, because that's a huge sacrifice and a huge responsibility. Our child basically depends on it, and the baby loves it, obviously. But I guess the biggest deal here is that my wife is taking care of our baby in ways that I can't. And so, yeah, she's awesome. So thank you, Jackie. Next part, but cube steak from a picky roommate is bland to the tongue. So we have this roommate named Mason. She's gonna be one of my interns next year. She's a friend of ours. Jackie discipled her all the way throughout high school. She's really cool. However, she's kind of picky when it comes to eating, and she's trying to change that. She's trying to try new foods and stuff. Usually Jackie will make dinner, or I will, but one day Mason made dinner, and she made cube steak, and I don't really know what that is, but it was basically like chunks, like pretty big chunks of steak that if you put it in your mouth, it'd be like too much steak. And it was kind of overdone. And I think there was like this film of flour or breadcrumbs or something on it. And it was just kind of hard to eat. But I really admire her for trying, and I'm very proud of her. She's tried so many new things since she moved here. So yeah, I guess that's really all I have to say for that one. Prayers from a picky roommate are a blessing and tradition. This is another thing that has to do with Mason. So every day when we sit down as a family to eat, it's me, Jackie, and my baby Sawyer, and then Mason, all at the table. And one day Mason was like, hey, we should make sure we always pray for our food and thank God for our food when we sit down to eat. And so I agreed with her, and so I've been holding her accountable, and every single time we sit down, I ask Mason to pray and thank God for the food, and she does a great job, and it's become one of the things that we look forward to every single day, and she does a great job. She usually throws in a prayer for some random person that we as a family interacted with throughout the day. For instance, yesterday we had somebody deliver groceries from an app that Jackie downloaded. By the way, this is not an advertisement or plug. But anyways, she prayed for the person that dropped off our groceries, and that was just really special to my heart. And it says here that it's a blessing and tradition, so that's something that we look forward to every single day. Again, it's another thing that I'm thankful for. And then the proverb finishes off by saying this: the dad does the dishes when everyone else leaves the kitchen. 2 things here. There's a really cool rhyme. I don't know if you guys noticed it, so I'll say the whole thing again. Prayers from a picky roommate are a blessing and tradition. The dad does the dishes when everyone else leaves the kitchen. So first thing off the gate, cool rhyme, that's awesome. But second, more substantially, after dinner, Jackie usually takes Sawyer and either gives her a bath or starts getting her ready for bed. And then Mason goes into her room to do whatever she does, usually do some weird FaceTime call with her boyfriend that shaved his head, or make some weird craft that she hangs on her wall out of sticks that she finds in the backyard. But while all that's happening, I usually go and do all the dishes from the day. That way I'm doing something productive that Jackie doesn't have to do. I'm staying busy while Jackie's putting the baby to bed. And again, I don't know what Mason is doing at this point. But anyways, we're just taking care of all the chores of the house, making sure the house is set and ready to go. So that way when Sawyer goes to bed, everything's kind of taken care of and we can just relax and enjoy our time together. And that's been a good habit to get into for me, and I feel like it's been helpful for Jackie and I, so we can just relax at the end of the day. I also put on a YouTube video and listen to it with my AirPods while I'm doing the dishes, so that's a good time for me to just enjoy some content on the internet that some other creator created. You know, I'm creating things all day to go on YouTube. Sometimes it's nice to just take in something that somebody else created for once. So yeah, that's the time that I spend doing that. Now I'm gonna leave you guys with a couple questions. Maybe you can ponder on your own. Again, none of this is inspired by God. This is only inspired by me being awake in the morning and maybe caffeinated from this Earl Grey tea, and me just wanting to create something that doesn't make any sense why it even exists. So yeah, that's pretty much all I have for you guys today. Spend some time journaling, thinking, doing whatever you want. I hope you guys enjoyed the time together here. It's been a really good 31 years being alive. Yeah, that's pretty much all I have for you guys. Love you, and as I always say to my favorite mug, see you in the morning.